Welcome to a look into personal leadership skills that are being integrated at the elementary level in the Huron Valley Public Schools. It is no secret that there is a level of leadership capacity that can be found within every student. In each of our schools, students have found being a leader is fun and easily attainable. These 21st century students are some of the shining stars that can be found in our outstanding elementary schools. Each of the students showcased in this presentation was selected by his or her building principal because of their ability to demonstrate real leadership traits in school. Now let's join White Lake Middle School's Brett Artinian as he visits each of our elementary schools and interviews leaders to discuss personal leadership practices taking place around the district.
What do you think it means to be a leader?
To me, being a leader is usually you lead a group, a school, a sports team, and you don't let people who say your opinion is bad, you don't let people get in your way. And if at first you don't succeed, try again.
It means someone's not afraid to make difficult decisions and that the decision is going to help and not hurt.
A leader means to be someone who always tries to make the right choices. They should be a role model for everyone and treat others with kindness.
I think being a leader means doing what is right when no one is watching, like doing the right thing without expecting anything in return.
What do you think it means to be a leader?
I think it means to be showing people who are doing wrong how to do right and to be showing a good example for others.
To be kind to people and to listen to a teacher.
I think a leader thinks for themselves instead of having to follow the crowd all the time.
I think leaders are supposed to think out of the box and do what's right.
To be a leader, it means that you have to be confident and proactive, and that you have to be helpful and help your friends and your teachers and your parents out whenever they need it.
To be responsible, care, and do your best.
How do you act like a leader?
By doing the right thing and hope to be a positive role model to others, especially the younger kids.
I'm nice and I follow directions and I do things without being told.
Act like a leader because I try to be a great role model and I try to set a good example to the younger kids and even some of the older kids too.
In group projects, I like to take charge but hear one another's opinion.
How do you act like a leader?
I help people and help my teachers.
I am enthusiastic and I like to be involved in many activities and I like to problem solve.
I act like a leader when I help my friends out when they need some help, like for instance in social studies. Like when my friends are having a huge argument on the play structure, I ask them to stop and tell me the problem.
I think I'm a leader because I always do my personal best and I treat others with respect.
I think I take charge of doing my homework, studying for tests, and preparing dinner and doing all my chores.
I act like a leader so I can help my friends and use teamwork to solve our problems and just try to be responsible to help out the school.
Do others think of you as a leader?
Well, yes, I hope so.
Yes, I think they do because I feel like I am a responsible person that they can always look up to, that they can talk to whenever they need someone to talk to.
I think that my friends think of me as a leader because I always take action when there are problems and I always help them out.
Yes, because I make good choices and I try my best in school.
I think in my school they do because I'm responsible and I put things first.
I think others think of me as a leader because I'm given more responsibilities. Like teachers will ask me to do things for them or help them, and also I was chosen by the student leadership to be vice president.
L is for lifelong learners, E is for effective communicators, A is for analytical and critical thinkers, D is for digital learners, E is for excellent producers of quality work, R is for responsible citizens, S is for self-directed learners, H is for healthy individuals, I is for innovative and creative thinkers, and P is for problem solvers.
Do others think of you as a leader?
Yes, because they see me working hard, and when they see me working hard, they like that, and then they try it, and when they try it, they get their work done, and they get to have fun.
What types of things do you think leaders do?
I think leaders listen, follow the rules, and set a good example?
I think they show their responsibility and they show their kindness and honesty to everyone.
I think leaders will try to solve any problem that is thrown at them, act with kindness everywhere. Most of all, think about their actions before doing something.
But they're always going to put first things first, not afraid to share their opinion, work hard, and are going to help people out no matter what they have to do.
I think leaders help out others and treat people with respect and kindness.
I think leaders lead or guide groups, and they are responsible and respectful to others.
What types of things do you think leaders do?
I think leaders set a good example, and they stick up for themselves and other kids and follow their own path, not what everyone tells them to do.
I think that leaders do good deeds and help people out.
Some things that leaders do are to go above and beyond the call of duty. They listen and collaborate with others, and they respect others and their opinions.
I think that leaders do things for other people and not just for themselves, and they listen and pay attention in class.
Who are leaders you know?
I know my parents, my teacher, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my grandma and grandpa, and more. My godparents are the best.
My mom and dad, my teachers at school because they teach me to learn, and my principal, Mr. Muffley, because he tells us what to do, and when we do that, we should do that because we want to have a good life.
The first leader I know is President Obama, and he leads our country. And the second one I know is my principal, Miss Love, and she leads my school. And the third one I know is my teacher, Miss Brooks, and she leads my classroom.
My grandpa is a fire chief, and he belongs to the Kiwanis Club. My Aunt Kelly is a teacher, and my mom is a nurse.
Who are leaders you know?
Leaders I know are my mom, Dad, and the great teachers at Lakewood Elementary.
My grandma, my grandpa, Dr. Ronnie, Stacy, Miss Cooch, and Mr. Chiswick.
Well, my teachers, like Mrs. Wasmuth and Mrs. Stevens, are leaders, and some of my friends are leaders because they're always thinking quickly and solving problems and things like that.
Leaders I know are my mom because she is the vice president of the PTA, my dad because he is the leader of our Cub Scout gang, and Miss Thompson because she is the leader of the school.
My friends, my teacher, the president, and yeah. Does that work?
How do those leaders inspire you to be a leader?
Like my grandpa, he may not have been the best kid in school, but he was always willing. If you said he couldn't do it, he was going to prove you wrong, no matter how many times he had to do it. If he had to try again, he just liked to help people out and lead them in the right direction.
Well, my teacher inspires me by motivating me to learn, and presidents inspire me to be a responsible student and a problem solver.
Leaders inspire me to do what's right and to set a good example.
A few years ago, I looked up to the older kids and did what they did, and I thought how cool it would be if I was one of those kids.
How do those leaders inspire you to be a leader?
Because they help me and encourage me when in times that I need them.
I noticed that they help out, so I want to do the same.
I just like the little things that they do, and it just inspires me that I want to make a difference in the world and that I can.
How do those leaders inspire you to be a leader?
They inspire me because they tell me what's right, what's wrong.
Hopefully inspiring my kids to be a great role model too. So I study or observe carefully what they do, and I kind of mimic it or put it in my own style of leadership.
I think they show that you can be a leader of your own life and you can be your own person.
Well, like my teachers and my parents and everybody all inspire me for me to be a leader because like my parents told me manners and how to be respectful and responsible. My teachers taught me so many wonderful things like how to be proactive and sharpen the saw and put first things first.
How do you think being a leader will help you in the future?
I think it'll help me in the future by getting a good job, a good education, and I think it will make me new friends.
It'll help me in the future because leadership is not something everyone has, and a difficult decision has to be made at one point.
By helping me get recognition for what I do and who I am, I think that will help me with a lot of things.
Being a leader will help me in the future by getting a good job, getting accepted into a good college, and not falling into peer pressure and not being afraid to speak what I think is right.
Being a leader will help me in the future with expressing ideas and motivating myself and others to do good things, and speaking skills and listening skills.
How do you think being a leader will help you in the future?
Well, I think it'll help in a lot of ways. It'll help me get a job because they will see that I'm a nice, caring, and successful and smart person.
I think being a leader will help me in the future. It will help me by getting a good job, a good house, so I can raise a good family.
Being a leader will help you in the future, so you get a better job, have a better life, and you'll be nicer.
I think being a leader will help me in the future by going to the college I want and getting a job that I like.
I think being a leader will help me in the future to get a good career because most of the people I know, like my grandpa and my uncle and my dad, have been a leader throughout their whole life.
What does a leader mean to you at your school?
It means following the rules and not destroying anything in your classroom.
To teach children how to be responsible, but in a nice and fun way. I think being a leader at my school is helping others, always doing your work, and volunteering for other extra groups and activities.
By helping the kids in the lower grades and sticking up for them, and also sticking up for yourself too.
It means to do quality work everywhere, not only on school papers, but in the hallway, on the bus, at home, to always be a leader.
I have a shout out for my friend Abby and my friend Christine and my friend Elizabeth because they're all leaders as well in my school. So, hi!
We hope that you've enjoyed our personal leadership presentation. Thank you to Brett Artinian and to all of our young leaders for sharing their thoughts and for being leaders in their building every day. Huron Valley Schools, inspiring and building futures, one student at a time.